attention as always.
It's cleaver time!
Fun, Dixie, Mikey. But yeah,
I think it does.
they've got to play the spacing on YBB.
Wasn't
Just
too bright.
get this early start in 7E, connect with your Trow for the push on mid, low, and just kind of go from there. Shut down the map, prevent the Lina from farming.
See how it pans out. YBB against Berg. Game number 1. YBB currently undefeated Berg. I mean, obviously looking to get some win to the belt to still be in the running, try and get to that upper division slot if you can. It's looking very rough right now, to be fair. Well, look, the Drow pretty far forward, not looking like he's getting punished for this. Gonna be trying to back off.
Here I am.
Meanwhile, towards the south, looks like he ought to get punished just a little bit, but is going to be able to hobble away just fine. See if they really want to fight this, because it seems like YBB might be happy to oblige. Already kind of setting up on the top side of the rune spots, rather the top side of the river.
That was hot.
Wait to see if somebody does fall into the trap.
That was hot.
Eren, the man that may do it. You're going to have 7E there as well. Questioning from Lou, but underneath an observable, it seems like they've got enough info now. They won't sure, unless they throw more bodies at them.
The battle
Which they
begins.
just might force the fight, knowing they have the vision here, rather than the vision of as a loop through. The Drow going to be just fine. RanFuDao. Never run himself, cops a fair bit of damage. That's kind of the thing about going against Coddle level 1, just so much damage can be dealt.
Beast bomb! Beast bomb!
Sorry.
Yep. We've seen it before, we've
doesn't
seen
it?
particularly Love's first blood for that couple up there. Not gonna get it this time around, but the damage is significant, and that does at least give him an equal bounce to the trade. The mid, looking up 7E on the Cottle. We haven't seen Cottle mid a couple of times now. I actually forgetting. I think a bit more upfront than have been up. The main matchup against Puck is pretty decent. Like, you will be farming up. Puck's not going to be able to stop. You can always dodge out the orb. You're not threat for the waning rift stuff to small with how far you can stand on that keeper. So you can just excel into that travel, turn, timing, make that space happen on the map. The one thing Poke have is really good rotations from Eren. So if Eren can leave his top lane at the point, gets solo EXP going for Killa when he's lost, you could for that early opportunity onto the top while he's vulnerable.
Absolutely. Top lane, Eren trying to get involved right now. Big something. Trying to back his way out. Pop a fair bit of damage there from the Ranger as well. It's kind of the hard thing about this lane for the top, right? Is you're against two range heroes, and well, against the Drow Rubik, it's never going to be very fun to try and close the distance with Killa as your laning partner. Hell, Killa going to try and create a little bit of veracity with our Rubik, but be somewhat cautious because the Drow is involved, and suddenly you find yourself a bit of danger.
The one thing for low here is that
Denied.
it's not under major threat until you may get the snowball shards up to level 3 timing for Eren. For that point, it's no real easy for Killa to gap close onto low and low for kill opportunity, trying to make his just poke and prod with his range advantage as well. So you should have a pretty stable lane for your Drow here. You're not getting zoned out. You'll hit the timing with your rate band and power treads into probably your Dragonlance. And you're kind of set to go. Whether or not Low will want to join for a mid shove in early on is a different question, but we have seen Drows more than willing to get that space going on the map early on.
The other lane, kind of like the spot lane's easy Q and beyond against RanFuDao and of course Lanfur. I think it should be a decent enough lane for the laner. But mind you, Beyond's having a better time right now on that offlane Marcy. RanFuDao, that +5 Dawnbreaker as well. Like, I question what the hero does in this role. It just nerfs Celestial Hammer your sword, just make it so it just has such a short range. Damage output is still kind of there for RanFuDao, but against Phoenix and Marcy, it does feel like it could go pretty rough.
Yeah, it's all about whether or not you can land the Fire Spirits. Every time he does, you kind of take away the fight of the Lina and the Dawnbreaker in this lane. Early on, Fiery Spirits not going to be able to overcome that attack speed reduction. So you can control this lane in the first few levels very nicely and get a rebound off. If he spells, easily burn through that Lina.
Yeah, so the damage being dealt already. And for kind of getting those warning shots from Beyond, just so cautious not to get caught by that rebound. especially at the level 3 mark for these two heroes. Because both their damage goes up significantly at level 3. At least some of these spells, DZQ, but the Fire Spirits actually start dealing some damage at level 3. See what Lunfer does, they can jump in again preemptively, but maybe they still have enough for the kills. They do go for the aggressive in, but Lunfer is going to survive. I thought they would wait for level 3 on the Phoenix. Just for the level 2 Fire Spirits or even the Sunray if you really wanted it, but it seems like they will not.
I do let this one out. Get forcing resources onto Lunfer, forcing out the salve usage early on, so he gets a little bit of a reset, but he's running out of stuff to just stay in the lane. You've got a lot more left on YBB to keep playing that poke game. We're seeing at top, Eren just chased away by Chun Mei. And again, this DP and Tusk lane needs levels as well. Same thing with YBB under Ronoff. The issue is you aren't to really soak up your on Eren. He's not able to get holds. He's not able to just stand the lane. He's just giving Killa the solo EXP now, but as long as that level 3 stalled out here, not that snowball threat to gap close, you're not going to be able to get aggressive at low. And again, the Drow, it flash front relatively quick in the jungle, and its power spikes feel maybe a touch faster in terms of objective taking. So that is something to be mildly cautious about. For Killa's part, and he's still farming well. Eren is up with a good shards here. No follow through.
Jump in, ZQ. Chase down here on the Phoenix. Outbreak is gonna land, but oh well, the last strike doesn't at least. Easy. Still trying to run and RanFuDao. Well, he hits Celestial Hammer in 3 seconds if you want pop up. At least get the self cancellation out of this, but let's put the ward down for now. You just gonna be able to run away and get full value out of the self, no issues. A very simple game so far between these two teams. 0 kills, 5.5 minutes in. Neither side, well, at least at the bot lane, they have been trying. And they are going to try again. He's left alone. He comes RanFuDao to try and help out. RanFuDao might be able to try the turn, but not with ZZQ and the Fire Spirits who'll just leave them be. Here it comes again. RanFuDao now being targeted by ZZQ. But as we see, they just don't have the damage up quite yet to actually kill him.
Yeah, and when you do jump in with these two heroes, tendency is to clump that LFA. Still have a lot of windows there for Lunfer and for RanFu to connect their own spells, get some good damage out. Makes it hard to go for that all in. Still try to charge forward, but this slippery start.
Pretty far forward. RanFuDao doesn't have the mana. Keep actually trying to chase down Beyond, but now he's the one in danger. ZZQ can pretty good dive in, and that's for what? ZZQ able to secure on the Phoenix, and it's just one of those things like RanFuDao is so confident to keep chasing Beyond, but literally has 0 mana to speak of. Meanwhile, top lane. Attacking now, gonna find him before the chase is on. Eren with a nice snowball is gonna land on Ruby. He can't take it out, not able to continue chasing his Killer. Is gonna be able to zone him out with the Spirit Siphon. So the Drow have to watch his Rubik die. Nonetheless, 1 for 1 so far across the map.
Yeah, not the big losses in the world. That kill is a lot more important for YBB to follow. And got the Phoenix. Unfortunately, they didn't get some EXP to get going. Not to say that Eren finally hitting level 3 is any small thing. It's big. Killa has level 5, so level 2 Spirit Siphon. Yeah, they do with the rotation.
Very nice rotation from Vinny, securing the kill on the tunnel. It's one of the things with this hero, like you run good to travel. He's running at 471 movement speed, and it's just kind of hard to run away from this guy now.
Yeah, it just goes back to that lane. And up against a puck, you're just going to be able to farm equally. You basically out-farmed the puck as well, poking into the camps when in between, just when it's shoved out. And just have this impact on the map. He's making a lot of stuff happen. He's got money, spirit to fight earn soon. He's heading bot.
Maybe they can find the call though, 70. He cut around the start break, but he's okay to back off, just barely. RanFuDao now the one in trouble, and so is Lunfer. They root one the arena. They'll find the door breaker first, but Lunfer, he's still trying, maybe turning back around to 70, but no. Won't land on the track array, but is still zoning them out just enough.
Structures are fortified.
Do you get the lead around there? Lunfer, he'll be okay with that. But I suppose you kind of avoid the worst case scenario here in the side poke.
That's a pretty awkward TPM from 70, right? And I'm fairly confident that gets some rotation away. does get in the end. There's a lot of room for poke up here with Killa to get destroying with the DPC. I mean, still but taking towards mid.
Low actually gonna die to the orb here. So they do find the drow ranger, but it may cost V on puck. V gonna try and orb away, can't get the jaunt off. It's taking too much time for the orb to travel. You kind of argue it was worth it for the puck to get that kill, but keep in mind the puck is currently second in net worth right now. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's not so well.
Yeah, the big kill fine. Even though losing low is a big blow to YBB, this is a drought that can still farm the jungle. Map control is still in YBB's way. Their top jungle might be a bit more exposed in the lower ground, but everything else is still fair game. Or low while that mid-tier one still stands. The big thing you get for that is the initial earn charge of E. So you can't fully commit kills now. It's going to be a little easier to punish the Lina, lift Lon first, overextending additional DOT on top. Should be enough to clean up. And that's just that's like straight for the Spirit Vessel afterwards. A bit of a shove down bomb. YB, they've got the kill lead, not too much in net worth. Most of that is hanging in 7E. But you get the space going for being the low. These heroes do escalate quite fast. Again, it doesn't feel like they need as much in terms of optimization for a bit of a mid-case fight.
Radiant's bottom
It's going to be alright here. I thought they might jump in for the Dream Coil because they have 3 heroes mid lane and they could still try. It just seems like they're afraid of the rotation. Couldn't come here and T1 mid tower. YBB, I mean, nobody was around, but I suppose you've ordered the TP's ready. How low? He'll survive. YBB, farming the map, Poke will do the exact same thing. Both these drafts do tend to move a little bit slow until you hit them in timing. Both the down and the lane obviously going to want to farm quite a bit before they are going. And it seems like the teams respectively will do the exact same thing. Play the kind of slow game, buy their calls time, get those core items up and be really ready for it. Now, it just seems like neither side's really too interested in moving out. You've got things like the Guiding Grace, perhaps on Killa, the Arm of Marcy. Plenty of items to come out before this mid game really hits.
I think for the poke, you would want to play around with some pick-off potential once Eren does have a punch up. Just get a rotation out with your Dawnbrave around, snowball on top of the shards. Doesn't take too long to delete the softer targets. Like say the Rubik, Ming's probably just a very easy go for a kill, but been playing pretty well just soaking top. You know, not throwing on a map, standing in the free line, getting its EXP towards 6. We'll smoke up here with V and Eren. Let's see if they find some net. Waller punches up here.
ZQ, he's in position to break the smoke on the Phoenix. Eren might run that's the target they really want, but might have no choice in the ZQ, he'll tank the game. Or hit Marcy and beyond, he'll be able to just retreat after. No support to tank the Q-jump. He's in a bit of trouble. You can always just go for a TP out and there's nothing to cancel it.
There's one thing with the YBB. Once you lift off, and it's a fairly long clue when you cross every level, you don't really have a way to stop him. 78's in a bit of danger though.
He might be the one that knocks you on RanFuDao, going to be chased down, and when the Spirit Siphon's out, I'm being it must be enough to deal with that. Like that is going to mean it's just to get the kill. The problem is Ming has been caught out, but Egg will be dropped. It is a very far forward Egg. Rebound, it's not going to be time there to buy back. RanFuDao going to rejoin the team by taking down Beyond. That was really close to being a very, very strong pick from YBB. Had the rebound at it earlier, but not quite enough.
Just a little bit too late for response. They're even dragging in for early on. They know they need this damage out here. And be able to find the tier 1 for the trouble. No, take the save in this team fight. And that is going to look a nice, easy pickup. So now they can start pushing jungle. The Spirit tanks can get nice for YBB. You've got a Coddle, you've got a Drow. Both of them do need build up. Even a Marcy's build up as well, though. She like soak it from kills in the lane. Until these items are up, this is where you can't pick off game on. Hope you've got the Tusk, you've got the Dawnbreaker, you've got a Puck who's highly mobile. have a lot of ways of just jumping forward first. Side of YB, we'll go for a smoke play. Might just put out egg. See if they can.
Oh, RanFuDao, he would be massive. 70. Does have the spirit for so long. With that solar bind still RanFuDao barely able to survive. If that's 70, the one to drop the keeper of the line. So even find the Phoenix. Being the only survivor here on the Rubik is going to try and walk his way out. Killa keeping up. Not going to bother trying. To lock down the Rubik, he will be just fine. That's massive though. Finding the mid coddle, finding that support Phoenix. And RanFuDao, he still walks out with his life intact.
Yeah, it's a awkward angle to force. Right? You're running in, you don't have these stunts in your supports outside of lift. You didn't have your Marcy around. Beyond, it's just again farming down bot. So your jump in angle was basically just use Eren and hope to burn someone down the solar bow. And it's just not enough. It's still a TP point for Poke to get in the nick of time. And for YBB, maybe just a bit eager. And it's probably only Nova, but you still need the Marcy around in some form. At least they do find Ron for solo. Beyond showing us again how Marcy can just press R and delete a hero. Doesn't quite make up for losing 70 though.
It does not. These Beyond's getting close to A.K.A, and that's the big time for the Marcy as well, right? Like you can really jump in and confidently won't just get bursted down immediately. It's kind of the thing with the Marcy, like if he's allowed to just run around without being controlled, it's very simple to just burst down anyone you want with that unleash, no matter how much farm they have. Even that lane. 70, like you kind of mentioned, John, he needs to get his back together a little bit here because he's fallen behind net worth and his early kill attempts just have not worked out, even with the best love. Killa just so confident to stand forward, meanwhile bottom lane. Snowball's going to be committed to try to escape this gank attempt. YBB will have full control over Eren, and that'll be another kill to go the way of Beyond. And I actually like the fact that Beyond's finding these kills because, again, I think BKB timing is just so darn powerful when it comes to Marcy.
It's really key to the hero to have impact to the mid to late game, just setting for that snowball.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
For YBB, this Marcy is everything they have to jump in. Start Phoenix, it's not the ideal. They're going for RanFuDao.
With the low ground, they've got low to do all the damage. It's going to be more than enough. It's the thing with our range, right? Like you pick up a dragon, he just hit like a truck and
is under attack.
RanFuDao, I suppose he is just a pulse 5, so I think he could have done about it. But YBB, they're putting it together, just grouping up together and making plays across the map. Love to see it.
We need to see them constantly apply. Just this constant pressure on the map, cut off any areas of farm. Salon for it to have to walk up
Radiant's
top
middle
that jungle.
tower is under
You don't
attack.
have vision here in YBB, so you can't really punish the Lina. But you're buying space out for a little. Reaching that point where you've got the shard, you're going to go into the hurricane fire. So you can just delete something like the DP pre-BKB so fast. Charging creeps are up. Even that's not going to be enough to deal with hyperthermia plus the spirit on top of it. They stack that usage at the right time for YBB.
Not very fun to play, that's for sure. Very slight net worth lead right now for YBB. We're in that stage of the game once again with both teams more than happy to just sit back, farm some stacks and take it easy now. Like they just don't seem interested whatsoever in grouping up and trying to force any kind of fights. Maybe now that you've got the blinker on your puck, maybe set up with some nice stream calls for his team and follow up that way, but those players are just fine to sit back, but now his bottom lane, well, they might just lose their touch. Still have someone a little bit of time here with the snowball. Doesn't have anything like a blink up, and will get Icarus dived on by ZDQ. Still trying to get out. He's actually doing a nice job of juking. In fact, he might make it. Oh, he doesn't. Beyond. Barely get there in time. They will get the plus.
These support pickoffs, again, not the biggest deal, but they are wrapping up. As you mentioned, giving it to Beyond, he's almost done at this point. They should be able to start around that very soon if they can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He
attack.
gusted up there by low, which is why he wasn't able to run, but had you had a +1 there with a bit of control, you might have actually just had that kill. The gust from Drow just so powerful, even a level 1, 3-second silent duration. That very, very happy they're gets trying for a bit of a push top lane, but you're always going to have
Dire's
7E
top
there
tower
to
is under
defend with the
attack.
Illuminate. Real chances of happening. I suppose it's kind of the story here, right? Like, even if you find yourself in a great position where you can push high ground or push towers, as long as this coral is alive, you're always going to have deep push. Speaking of that coral, RanFuDao, you lift it up. 7E, waiting for that spirit vessel. They weren't doing the job yet. RanFuDao still somehow alive, still running. But eventually has to drop. He even had Killa come in with the Guardian Greaves to try and keep him alive, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not quite enough. If you had done with maybe dispelling off the spirit vessel, would have been a little bit more effective, but you don't really have that. Unfortunately, like even a shard act doesn't dispel it.
Radiant's bottom
It's very
tower is
annoying.
under attack.
It is what it is. It's still pretty even. I think what I want to see now from Poke is just go back playing around that pickoff we had with Eren. We've seen them try this early on, then they just kind of stopped and went back farming. Here's a good build-up you can get out on your Pog DP, but with it all just feels awkward when you're just not looking for simple pickoffs while the Tusk is just naturally strong.
nice little wood placement there by our Eren. Getting a pretty deep ward in that dive trying, although it seems like it
Radiant's
might just
bottom
be scouted
tower
very
is under
early on here
attack.
by Tianming.
Dire's middle tower is under
Top
attack.
lane, bit of a group up here from Pope. Loves to find if you can. It's going to be a big attack for this, and they've got a lot of damage to make sure he doesn't die, and he's off beyond. Shows on, has his BKB, so he can definitely fight back, and already taking down RanFuDao. Go for Killa on the death prophet. Just look at the damage. Low. We'll find out the cost. And Eren eventually will just fall. Maybe now he doesn't master it. She's still healing up. Unleash is over at least. But they just can't deal with her.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Nah. With the BKB up and running, you just have nothing to stop her. When she does initiate it, you blew a lot on Killa as well. What's up?
I've seen that interaction, by the way. I'm sorry to interrupt with the Rubicon
Rubicon.
counter. I didn't know Rubik's came out instead of Ghosts.
Yeah,
Radiant
it's
are
a bit
scanning.
funky,
Number
but
one.
I guess it's cute. It would be cuter if they were like cubes for some reason.
Oh.
You know,
Radiant's
Right.
top tower
They're
is under
nice.
attack.
being attacked by ghosts.
Rubicon.
Yeah, it was a big step of Sean Mick. Then again, I mean, how did Killa not reuse next walk? Maybe pick it and right as TP came out, timing was just perfect. And well, you're gonna have Exa ready for a push if you do get out. Like you have enough time for one more spell use here. That could lead to a lot of objectives, and I'll think very, very easily. Considering just the team impressed YBB. Look at 7E. He's going forward to BKB into the Hex. He's got the BKB. He's next. Once you have the one piece of control, just to ensure he's held down, the follow through's there. John can put in work low, just
Radiant's
show up,
middle
get some right
tower
clicks
is
off.
under attack.
You've got the tools on hand, and with a 3K lead, you're in a pretty comfortable position for YBB to just hammer in more control on the map and keep trying to keep this Lina down from its full potential.
I mean, there is a bit of group on the lane for YBB. Just been making sure all the waves are pushed out, and that's the smoke. All-man smoke up. Low, the only one that's going to be left behind. He might just follow his team. Eren, though, their position is going to break the smoke. Not really the target YBB wanted, but they'll be forced to take it, considering he does break the smoke. But now Roshan is opened up.
Dire's bottom tower
25
is
seconds
under
for the
attack.
4v5. YBB is going to trump this.
It goes really fast. You've got sidekick, you've got prow. It's really not going to take too long for that to pop. You do have some counterplay. There is that flank on you. Make something happen.
They're going to try and make Killa. He's getting someone cutting out as well, but he's got the 8 supplement from the Ranger. Killa in danger, just getting hurt away. So he just got deleted. Beyond Party, it's such a problem. Like, jump it, it was just her versus the world. And she won. It's 3 down for the price of nothing for YBB as they even found the Aegis in their drown.
they had the right idea. They played with these blinks in, but the timing just was a little bit off. And with a hurricane spike, sends himself outside rush, saves the age to another usage, and you're 9-17. Luna's forced to choke in these fights without the BKB. Just melt the out on YBB at the moment. It's getting a little tricky for Poke. I feel like he just didn't play hard enough when they were ready to go a little bit earlier, and they failed to punish Low just farming up. Instead, they were the ones being jumped. Eren was kind of acting as instead of an aggressor, and it still gives them the same thing, like space for Arena, in a very different way. That you're not pressuring YBB for that space. So, it's taken the payout for YBB is here. You can just go for these pushes. You've got the draw.
Radiant's bottom tower
really
is
just
under
take too long
attack.
here.
Radiant
He
structures
doesn't.
are
It's
fortified.
now with the sidekick. It's going to be very, very handy there. Look. Of course, Towers can't get very, very here. I wonder if there's ever going to be a patch again where Dragonlance doesn't allow you to just attack
Radiant's
out of tower
bottom
range.
tower has fallen.
I kind of doubt.
Dyer's top
Seems
tower
like that's just
is
going to be
under
the thing.
attack.
Yeah, maybe
Radiant
it's
are
less
scanning.
Dragonlance, more of just having tools as well. But then again, I
Dyer's
don't
top
want them to
tower
remove
is
that.
under attack.
Fun. Stuff like that. I missed the stuff. See, that's my ballista.
Yeah. Well, why do your games go to 60 minutes anyway, John?
Radiant's
That's my
middle
question to you.
tower is under attack.
Get to play it, but when I do,
Radiant
I'm like, oh, I'd
structures
love
are
a ballista right now. We're casting it with Arc Warden. Oh boy, with the ballista
Oh,
great. With Lena in the mid. Oh man. Wouldn't Lena with a ballista make your day, Mikey?
I certainly would. Certainly would. Thank you for that. That's
Radiant's
enough from
middle
you.
tower has
T1
fallen.
tower is on mid lane. Well, Eren, guys, ZDQ. On the top.
Radiant's middle
Look onto
tower
the
is under attack.
Like, while this game has been really slow for YBB, they have been taking their sweet time. It's very clean.
Radiant's
Like,
middle
it-
tower has
mid
fallen.
tower gone. Up lane, TP's coming in. They seem to with that Observer Ward. Very sneaky placement, by the way. Low looking for a gust is going to see the puck, and the puck did not see him. Very, very sad. I think the Sentry would actually expired as he was running up the stairs. He didn't see him in the Shadow Blade.
Wrong timing for the side of Poke. You mentioned YB playing passively. I honestly don't fault them. Their line should be playing a little bit more passive side of like 70, who can be aggressive, and he was early on. It's more about Poke. This lineup there should be this slow. They should have been able to just play a lot faster with their Tusk timing, with this team fight
Radiant's
threat,
top
the
tower is under
Dawnbreaker
attack.
globally, with the puck early on. You know, not a lot possible. Certainly not a winning lane, but it is possible.
Radiant's top
So
tower has fallen.
because of that missed tempo, now you're dealing with that stronger 20 to 30 minute
Radiant's top tower is
rising
under
action.
attack.
I mean, you still have Alina. Yes, Gleipnir, Dragonlance working onto the BKB. It just feels like she's gonna need a lot more on top of her. Like, her can't just yet. Travels on top of it.
Got it.
More time
Radiant's
on
top
her and
tower
needs to
has
become.
fallen.
And it's Lena's up for him. If you don't never get that space out, then none of it matters. All
Dyer's
that
bottom
helps for
tower
nothing.
is under attack.
I think as well, like, you get the PK up, then you still get the Beyond. Beyond can just jump
Radiant's
the
top
back to the
tower is
rebound,
under
and
attack.
he can pretty much solo this lane if he gets close enough to this rate. Back her up, BKB up, like, there's not really much stop Beyond in him. If he closes the gap and he has 1v1 with Lunfer, it could actually go his way. Pretty easily, in fact. You can just kind of perma-bash the lane.
Dyer's bottom tower
Top,
is under attack.
low. Gonna keep the wave pushed out. Already, they have all the outer towers. No other structure to go for here to the side of YBB. They could just wait for the next Roshan because Aegis is about to expire in about 10 seconds. They won't have that available for a high ground attempt. It seems like YBB will just casually wait that up. But now you do have a Silver Edge on low as well, so more damage on this.
Dyer's
Have
bottom
added
tower
break
is
ability.
under attack.
The
Dyer's
team
bottom
behind
tower
looking
has fallen.
quite lost as to how but this is mid lane. He's gonna show up. Eren, go for it, my ball, but
Oh boy.
the blink dagger up. Though can't reach him. Even with the rebound, they could not get within range. So never mind, Eren's fine.
Look at this smoke. So
The monster! Now Rubik's Solar Guardian, not gonna do enough. Ouch. He was starting to take the ward as well. I mean, I guess they just... Oh, it's just so tough to watch.
yeah, if you turn down Ramp and Lucius waiting for the air, it's like, alright, perfect. And now you have the full
Radiant's
side
top tower is under attack.
Performing this entire, he has not been showing up in these fights. He's got some control.
Radiant are scanning.
He backs off in the nick of time. So now you have your hard lock gun for the puck.
I mean, he's really made use of this snowball shot. It's very annoying when it comes to a Rubik. Like, you can just keep initiating with snowball lift.
Radiant's
Not
middle
much you can do
tower is
about
under
it.
attack.
There's not much you can do with this high ramp shot. Look at it.
Radiant's top tower is under
I always
attack.
find it funny when Drow plays this because look at projectile speed. It's technically low momentum, but it sure
Radiant
amounts to building.
structures are fortified.
Hey, look at
Sure
it.
does.
It's so slow. It's so slow. And meanwhile, Lena's like a machine gun. But it will nothing else.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Drow's is the funniest one. That you
There we go. Killa. The vessel is there, there's snowball out as well. Looks like locked out the DC and Killa. He still survived just for a little bit, but not for long. RanFuDao, he's going to be okay to that. Big Rax do the same. He must stand there and take the punishment of the arm. Speaking of punishment, he's looking at the leader. Look, is gone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
RanFuDao, the only rule surviving
Radiant's
was
middle
B.
barracks has fallen.
The Polaris voice lines.
Radiant's bottom
Don't
tower
continue to
is
come out.
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
like
Radiant's
in
bottom
quality
barracks
blue
are
Mexico.
under attack. Radiant's bottom
Don't really have much to left here. And his god, sheer output. Jeez.
Big gets caught. Being very annoying. Through.
Radiant's bottom
Gotta be a
barracks
secondary
has
line of
fallen.
rats. Of course, if they want, they can just go for the third. Looks like Alka played a little bit safe, but it's just about pushing out the top wave. Low is just gonna run right towards the tier 3 because it can't take him back anyway.
Radiant's top tower is under
Very,
attack.
very nice. There comes a point where one Towers should just move, you know? Like, Towers should just get the up and start
Radiant's
moving.
top tower has fallen.
This is just a consistent problem in Dota for a while. Again,
Radiant's top barracks
I'd like to
has
remind everyone of good old bench used to give you attack
Radiant's
range
top barracks
range heroes with TA.
now have
That's,
legacy.
that was a very fun time. I'm not sure if you, maybe if you can tower out the range with no creeps around it,